Hello, everyone. Welcome, guys. Welcome. This is our beginners class, guys. Our beginners class. We're going to get started very shortly. Hey, Stella. Hey, Solomon. Welcome. I'm going to share my screen. Welcome, guys. All right. So, going to share my screen. Let's do that. All right. All right. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, Mr. David.
You see it? Okay. 1 second here. I think I
Good
still
evening,
have.
Mr. David.
Hello. Welcome. Welcome. All right. Okay. So, welcome, guys. Welcome. This is our beginners class. Um, but we need to go over the markets, right? Um, had some, right? We needed an update today. All right. So we really needed a good day today in the markets. Hey, Sedona, welcome. All right. And we got that, right? So I want to go over that, what the market did today. And we'll go over positions, right? What I want to start doing with the beginners class. So rather than going through a lot of the basics like support and resistance, from time to time we'll do that, right? So we'll bring out the four market phases from time to time. But what I want to do is incorporate some actual opportunities for our beginning traders. All right. So as we go through the markets, as we go through some opportunities, we'll incorporate the four market phases and support and resistance with that. Right. So that way you guys get some real opportunities to trade in the market. All right, live in the market. So we're gonna start out with a monster market tracker here. All right, and guys, just if this is the beginners class, so this is your opportunity to ask any questions. Interrupt me at any time. All right, interrupt me. Either ask questions in the chat or just call out. Right. All right. So, great price action. Great. We needed an update today. Right. I sent out a message that it would be great to have a green day today, and we definitely got it. Right. So we got a green day today. You guys should have seen some movements in your stocks. All right, moving higher. We'll start with the Nasdaq here. All right. Well, let's start with the Dow. Let's do that. Let's start with the Dow. And as you guys know, all right, we always uh, look at the equity markets, the Dow, the S&P, the Nasdaq. So we look at the sectors first. All right. Um, and then indexes, sectors, and then the stocks. All right. And we'll look at, I want to look at Forex too this evening. All right, so resistance is here. So remember this, guys. Resistance is here, resistance is here, resistance is here, resistance is here. All right, so as traders, beginning traders, we need to make sure we know where resistance is, right? And here is right here. Resistance is right here, and here we are testing that resistance. The Dow closed up right near that resistance. So that's really good. All right. I think Solomon, you're trading US 30. We're going to keep an eye on the US 30. All right. That should break out. If the Dow breaks out tomorrow, that US 30 should really move. All right. We have a nice upward trend line right here. All right. So prices um, All right, it's being squeezed right here. So we should get a break, right? Market should break out. Dow should break out to the upside. All right, that's what we're looking for. Looks really good. Setting up that way to break out. Okay, just remember those sellers are sitting right here. All right, so pay attention to that. Sellers are sitting here. Sellers are sitting here. Sellers are sitting here to push that price right lower. All right, but if we can break through, um, then the buyers would have won. All right, so really good resistance here. Really good resistance. The stronger the resistance, right? Stronger the resistance, the better when we break out, right? So you guys will see big candles when you have really good resistance and the price breaks out. All right. All right. So that's the Dow. Any questions on this? Any questions on the Dow, this chart here? Any questions? All right, stop me if you guys have any questions. Here is the S&P. All right, S&P. All right, S&P buy signal is here. Retraced a bit. All right. The nice thing here, when you guys don't just look for the buy and sell signals. All right, especially those of you. All right, Solomon, Stella, you guys have the system. All right, start to draw in some of your lines. Right, start to draw in some of your trend lines. That will help. Right, join some of your trend lines like here. All right, you can bring in some of your support and resistance lines. Draw that in. So and it just helps. It really helps train you to look for the areas we need to focus on, right? Support is here. Here's a downward trend line, but then here is a nice upward trend line here. All right, nice upward trend line right here. And guess what? Right? Held that trend line. And guess what? We are breaking out. All right, we are breaking out of this zone right here. So this zone right here is marked, this downward trend line, right? Support here, upward trend line, finally broke out. All right, finally broke out. So we don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. And here now we've got resistance right here. This is on the S&P. So we're just gonna go through here. Here is pretty good resistance. All right, pretty good resistance. Resistance is here. All right, here. All right, here. Previous support is resistance. Here's where the previous sales buy signal closed. All right, so here you support right here, resistance, right? And here we are right here. Buy signal came in right here. And guess what? Price is right here. All right, moving high on the S&P. So S&P broke out. So we should look for the same thing with the Dow. All right, with the Dow. All right. And we'll take a look at symbols and any symbols you guys have too. All right, NASDAQ looking good. I took a look at technology stocks and heat seeker. All right, so we'll go over some of those a lot of great opportunities in technology. So here's the NASDAQ here. All right, broke resistance right here. Right, broke resistance right here. Failed, break of support. All right, so you guys notice when the price breaks support, we've got to get out. Right, like right, bought here, sold here. Right, buy signal here, moving up nicely. All right, close right here, moving up nicely. Great for the NASDAQ. We'll take a look at NASDAQ stocks, technology stocks. All right, so indexes first, then the sector. All right, and Stella, I want to take a look at your stock too. You mentioned earlier today. So we'll see how that closed. All right. And then the Russell. Here is the Russell. Nice resistance. Look here. All right. Nice resistance here. All right. This is where it failed before. And so far it's holding. All right. We need that to continue up that markup phase. Right. We need it to continue up the markup phase and continue to move higher. All right. Hey, Dean. Welcome, Dean. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello. All right. So nice price action there. Really good. If we are up tomorrow, all right, if the market is up tomorrow, equity markets, we should see a buy signal. All right. We should see a buy signal soon in the Dow. All right. We should see a buy signal soon in the Dow. Hey, Mary. Welcome, Mary. All right. The VIX. VIX is still looking good. It's at 18. We do need the VIX to go lower, right? It's consolidating a bit in here around 18. We need it to go lower. We do have a sell short signal on the VIX. All right. All red candles. Hey, Betty, welcome. All red candles. All right. All red candles. So that's good. We just need that VIX to come down. All right. Low teens and then stay there. All right. Low teens and then stay there. All right. Nice price action. These are the stocks that we put in to Monster Stock Tracker last week. All right. So you guys should have seen a lift in your stocks. All right. You should have seen some movement in your stocks. All right. Biotech still looking good. All right, biotech is still looking good. This week, if the markets can hold this week, we do not need any selling, right? If the market can just hold, right? We don't have to have big updates in equities, all right? And for those of you who are new, equities is a good place to start, all right? So, those of you who are new to trading, especially here, the inexpensive stocks that we trade, that's a good place to start. All right, so Donna, you entered. Let's see here. Let me write this down. SLQT, and was stopped out with a 10% trailing progressive stop. 10%. So you put a 10% stop loss. Let's take a look at that. Is there a possibility to re-enter the trade? Okay, so let's take a look at that. That's a good question. Let's go here and stop stock boss. I'm not a fan of stop with if you guys, and so don't I know you're not using the system. Okay, so if you're not using a system like what we're doing, yes, you want to definitely put a stop loss. All right, but we don't want to put a fixed percentage. All right. Let's see here. So. Stella, this was yours right here. So don't let me forget about your Exxon. All right. So XLQT. All right, still holding. Okay, and Stella. Okay, so we'll take a look at Baidu, BIDU also. Okay. All right. So Donna, where was your entry? So this is your trade here. Where was your entry? So where was your entry? Give me your entry price and then where you put your stop. So give me your entry price, right? Your entry price, and then where did you put your stop? So 120, 122 was your entry. 123 was your entry. 123 was your entry. So right here was your entry, right here. And where was your stop? Where did you put your stop? Your trailing, you had a trailing stop. Where was your stop? Because you got stopped out, right? And I'm assuming you're not in the trade anymore. So you're trading on the 5 minute candle. This is on the daily chart. Okay, so let's move this 5 minute. Okay. When we trade equities, we do it on a daily time frame. 5 minutes is, you can trade on a I would, 5 minutes. That I would definitely move it to perhaps an hourly time frame. So let's see here. So 123 on the 5 minutes. So 123 was here. All right. Okay. Okay, so 123. Show me on here. Here is 123, right? This is 120 because if you just look at on a 5 minute candle. Okay, so let's do it like this, right? Let's do it like this. If your entry was here, right? Now your entry really should be down in here, right? Before this, if you're trading on the 5 minute candle. All right. But let's say you got in here. All right. Let's say you got in here. By the time it gets up in this area here, it's probably too late. All right. But let's just say you got in here. 123, you got in right here. So let's say here you got in on this candle right here. All right. Then this would be your support. Now, I wouldn't recommend trading like this. Okay. But this would be your support. All right. All right. So this would be your support. So you would put your stop loss below here. Okay. If you're going to put a stop loss, which if you don't have a tight system, all right, or tight process, put that stop loss below your support, because that's where sellers will come in. All right. Put that stop loss below support. Okay. If you want to do a trailing stop, okay, as the price moves up, right, put it right below your support. All right. Move that right below your support, because that's where sellers are coming in. All right. So don't do a percentage. All right. I wouldn't even do it based on a candle. All right. Because a candle isn't going to give you support. Right. So we want where that price has settled and hasn't broken below that area, that base. Okay, so support is your base or your floor. All right, so we need that price to get below support, a little below, and then you can, exit the trade. Does that make sense? Let me find one. Let me find a good example here. You've got to give the trade, give it room to move, right? Give it room to move. Give it room to move. Okay, so this happens a lot. This is why I don't recommend. Well, I can't say I don't recommend stop losses. With what we do, you don't need, because we have the systems, you don't need to put a stop loss. What happens a lot when we put a stop loss is we get stopped out. All right. So as an example here, all right, here is the buy signal here on a break of resistance. All right. Right. Break of resistance. Here is support here. If you notice here, like these candles came all the way below support, right? But guess what? They didn't close below support. And this will happen a lot where you guys get in a trade and you've done everything right. And you guys have seen this where you've done everything right. All right. You've done everything right, right? You've timed the direction, right? You've timed the direction, right? It's breaking resistance, all right? And then you put a stop loss right below support right here, and they push the price down, kick you out of the trade, right? You'll kick us out of the trade and then continue in the move, right? In the direction where we thought the price would go. All right. All right. So, and if you look here, and Sedona and everyone else, if you guys look here, look what they did here. Look what they did. And that's why we always say, wait for the price to close. Wait for it to close below support. So here is support here, and that support will come over. That follows through from over here. Hold on. So it kicked you out of that trade, Sedona, and guess what? You're out of that trade. And now we've got to chase it, right? So here's an example. Here is the support here. And we're going by this line here by the system. But I'm going to bring in this line so that you guys can see. Here is support right here. All right, here is support right here. They push, most traders will put their support, their stop loss right below here. Right below here. All right. And look what happened. Kicked you out, would have kicked you out of the trade. Never really closed below support, right? Just went below support. Here, pull back, closed here. Same thing here. Same thing here. Would have gotten traders out of the trade right here. All right. Gotten them out, right? Took their capital. And now guess what? They're moving the price higher. All right, moving the price higher. So if we take a look at your position in SLQT, your entry was here 123. All right. You got stopped out, and then look what the price is doing. It's continuing to move higher. All right. So if you got in here, ideally we would. We really couldn't trade this because it gapped up. Okay. But let's say you got a buy signal here. You got this buy signal here. All right. It's a bad example. It really is, because it really gapped up and gave a buy signal here. All right. Ideally, this is what we want when we trade. This is what we want.
Hey, David.
Uh-huh.
After this one, can we look at SOUN?
SOUN. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. I've got to take a look at Stellar's and then we'll do yours. Okay, Dan? Okay.
Sure, thank you.
SOUN. All right. Okay. All right. So Dono, this is what we want to do. All right. When you look for opportunities to trade, all right, don't trade these, right, where they've gapped up and they've gone, right? We don't want to chase them. Here is a buy signal here. So we want to buy here, and then here is your protection. All right. So you're gonna put that stop loss right below here. So that's your protection. And we want really nice tight support and resistance. We always want to buy on the sell on a break of resistance, sell on a break of support. All right. And all we're doing is we're testing the market, testing for the breakouts. All right. Be okay with taking these small losses. Be okay with taking small losses. So we would have bought here, break of resistance, sold here on a break of support, bought here on a break of resistance, sold here on the break of support. If we get that move, now this would have been a perfect move if the buy signal came in right about here. All right, right about here, it's perfect, right? It gapped up, it's too far. And what we don't want it to gap up. We want that candle to close right above that resistance, take it again. This loss here, so all we got to do is bring that down. Forget about this candle right here. All right, forget about this candle right here. Let's say our buy signal was right here, tested here, bought on a break of resistance, sold on a break of support, right? Took a small loss here, same thing here. All right, that's where you want to put your stop loss, right below support in this area here, just like we did here. We took a loss here, but then guess what? If we had gotten a buy signal right here, we would have taken that trade. All right, and then this trade right here, because we would still be in it, would have paid for this loss and then this loss here. All right, so good thinking, right? This is a great trade, right? But getting it up in this area here, 123, which is in this area right here, is way out of the trade. That it's gone. It's gone. Your buy signal should have been here. All right, buy signal should have been here, and then let it go. All right, but good try. All right, Stella, let's take a look at yours. I know we had looked at Exxon earlier. And Stella, you're still in Exxon, right? You're still in Exxon? Exxon.
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. And you've got calls. Move it to a daily. All right. So we had a concern with this. Let's take a look at the energy sector real quick. Energy. All right. Here it is. Energy. All right. We talked about, you had some, selling red candles, moved up. Right. So that energy sector moved up, still in trouble. Right. But it's got a white candle. Right. So we'll see. Hopefully it can, it can get back up in this area here, but at least it's got a white candle, another red candle. So let's go back to your stock. Watch this area here. So I know you've got calls. All right. Watch. The high is not a concern, right? The high right here is not too much of a concern. Now, if it breaks that high, right, your stock can go. What's really nice is that it held support. Look here, right? It held support right here. Held support right here. All right, very encouraging. White candles held, followed by a green candle. Okay, so very good price action. Just hold on to it, Stella. All right. If markets hold, you could break the high. Let's take a look at the weekly just to see. All right, weekly looks good, right? Look at that. Buy signal on the weekly came in at 63. It's at 114. Buyers are definitely in control. All green candles. Good job, Stella. Good job. Um, uh, Look here, getting ready to break resistance here on the weekly. All right. When I first took a look at that, I was concerned. Right, is trading near the highs of the chart. All right, but look at that. Nice, strong movement. Buyers are definitely in control. All right. So, and you've got calls on those. Look at the monthly. All right, look at that monthly. All right. Nice price action. Nice. There's no reversal. No reversal. So your monthly is trending up solid. Nice move. I mean, it's really taking off, right? Nice, solid price action on the monthly. Buyers are definitely in control. On the weekly, same thing on the weekly, right? Same thing on the weekly, all right? Testing resistance right here. That's what we want, all right? And then on your daily, you had that pullback. So you got that pullback on the daily, all right? You got that pullback right there on the daily. Nice green candle. Good job. All right. Good job. Good job. Looks much better when we put it out. Look at the weekly and the monthly. All right. And then the other one, BIDU. Are you in this one, Stellar?
No, it kind of went up a lot today, but I was looking at it on the weekly and thinking that it has some opportunity for calls.
Boy, that weekly looks good. But that's that weekly is that's a weekly time frame, right?
Right.
Yeah, if you had gotten in early on that daily, that weekly looks really good, right? Nice markdown phase, buy signal, came in almost at the same area. Buy signal here, buy signal here. Nice markdown phase, but that's on the weekly, right? So you got a buy signal here on that weekly. By the time that buy signal comes in on the weekly, it's too late on the daily. All right, it's too late on the daily. Here's the buy signal here on the daily. This should have been your trade right here. It's gone. It's gone.
Okay.
Yeah. Buy signal came in at 122. It's at 160. Yeah. Nothing you can do here. All right. Nothing there. They move fast. All right.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Nothing there. Okay. But good job on XOM. All right. Dean. Let's take a look. Yeah, Dean. SOU. And I am so glad you guys are looking at these stocks. Hey, Dean, what are you doing there, bud?
Yeah, hey there, but I got in on the second day of that buy.
Okay. Are you trading the underline or are you trading calls?
The underlying, yeah.
Underline, good job.
Mhm.
All right, so right around $2, it closed. Then it closed at 360. It made a high today of 455. Boy, it's moving.
It's going up there.
Let's see here. It's clearing this resistance here.
Yeah.
So it's clearing. Yeah, it's clearing. I would say right here. It's clearing that. That's really good. Let's take a look at the weekly. All right. This must be a new stock. Not a lot of data. No, nothing here in the monthly. Okay. Must be a new IPO couple of years ago. Okay. All right. Good price action. This could go anywhere,
Yeah.
right? There's no resistance. There's really nothing to stop it. So it fell from $18, right? So you got it at 2 or so. Nice job. How does it feel, Dean, to trade this stock?
Pretty good. I have several of them similar to this that I did get in on the first or second day, and they're doing pretty well. So yeah, it's a good feeling. And it's just a matter of being patient with the movements, and just like like I was doing the same thing, going between daily, weekly, and watching the direction of the trend.
Yeah. Sometimes, just like Stellar's stock, right? Exxon, right? We don't want to trade on the longer time frames like that, but we can certainly look at those. And hers is a good example that it's strong, right? So on the weekly, very strong buying. Even on the monthly, a lot of buyers just holding that stock. So that gives you, when you look at it. So if we look here, when we look at it, we don't want to trade on that time frame. The monthly and weekly, those are very long time frames. But when you're not totally sure, especially when you're buying up in this area here, right? We're not getting it in that markdown phase, right? We're not getting in that markdown phase. But when the stock is strong, you can take up. These are some of the best trades, right? Because this is really trend following, right? And when this market starts to trend, right? What we're finding at the bottom there will go away, because all these stocks will move, right? They will move higher. So then the next opportunities that we have to trade is really trend following, right? And the way it works is like this. So you guys can, and this is a good practice. Stella, this is a good practice for you. I'm actually glad you got on this trade, because this is a really good practice, because I know you've done a really good job, right? Picking them at the bottom, going through that markdown phase. This is a continuation of the trend. All right. And really, this is true trend following, where we just want to follow the trend. So as it's moving higher on the monthly and on the weekly, you can capture trades. And here are the trades, right? We can capture trades. So we know the trend is moving; it's moving higher, right? Nice markup phase on the weekly, monthly, right? And then you can buy here. You just ride in that trend. Buy here, get out here. And you can keep doing this for a long time, right? So here's trade 1. Trade 2, you bought here, right? Here, buyers are coming in, breaking that resistance. Here, if you just bring this over, that's resistance. Bought here on a break of resistance, right? Sold here, break of support. All right, so that's a second profitable trade here. All right, that's trade 2. All right, bought here, sellers came in, sold here. All right, that's a loss here. That's your first loss. Here's another trade here, bought here, broke support. So Donna, you see that? Price broke support right here, got out here, that's a loss. And then here we have another profitable trade, broke resistance. All right, price, sellers came in, broke support, got out here. All right, so here's another profitable trade. So 3 profitable trades. And now here's the third trade here. So you can get on these trades at any time. All right, so even if you missed it here, or even missed it here, right? You can get in here, or what Stella is doing, get in here. But the reason she can do this, right? The reason that she can feel pretty good about getting in here. And when we looked at it earlier, I was concerned. Like, oh, Stella, that's high, right? In that area here. We normally don't want to do that, right? But if we take a look here, take a look at her weekly and her monthly, we'll see that buyers are definitely in control. All right. These are great trades, especially when everything is lining up, right? When the market is healthy. All right. See right here. See right here. That's the weekly time frame. See how it's moving? It's trending up. And these pullbacks here, these pullbacks here, these pullbacks here is the entries on the daily. All right. So these pullbacks on the weekly, right? Pullbacks here, that's selling on the weekly. And then this candle is moving higher. That's her opportunity to now get back in on the daily. And then if we take a look at the monthly here, look at that monthly. It's straight up. Buyers are definitely in control. All right. So when you guys have stocks like this, even like this here on the monthly, no, don't go looking for opportunities like this on the monthly, right? Find them on the daily, but you can always go back and just look at the weekly, look at the monthly, look at the overall macro, right? The big trend, and that will help you. You're definitely trading in the direction of the trend, So, good job, Stella. Good job. Betty, yes. So the system will alert us when we have buy and sell signals. All right. It's really easy to do. All right. We do what's called an email notification. All right. So it's on the platform through TradeStation. Okay. So I have it set up. So, whatever moves, right, I get notified through email, right? Email confirmation with buy and sell signals. The problem that we have, though, is that we used to be able to do it with Gmail and Yahoo. All right. Both Gmail and Yahoo has security settings, right, within their email client, where you have to turn off. In order to do it, you have to turn off those securities. Stella, you had some issues with that, right? Was it you? I think it was you.
Yeah, I tried to do it, but I was never successful.
Yeah. So there was a time when we could do it with you, with Gmail and Yahoo. We could turn off the security features to allow it. Okay. Now they've kind of, they've changed that process, so we can't do that anymore. But if you have an email client other than Yahoo or Gmail, you can do it. All right. You might have to get another server client. All right. Email server client to do it. All right. So, but it's well worth it. I wouldn't recommend it though for new traders, right? Because what happens is this: as a new trader, and I've seen it where you tend to rely on the signals and not the chart. All right. So once you're even with a lot of most of our traders don't do it, don't use it, because what happens is, you tend to rely on the signal and not the chart. All right. Not every signal is a good signal. All right. And we don't take every signal. We don't trade every signal. Like Stella didn't trade this signal here, I don't believe, right? Stella, this is your first signal, right? The first signal you're taking on this, on Exxon?
Yes, I just figured it out today. I wasn't looking at it before.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so we don't take every signal, right? So if you've got email notification and it's going to send you a signal on everything. Okay. So now you've got to go through and say, okay, which is the best signal, which isn't, right? So rather just pay attention to the chart. With equities like this, stocks only once a day, right? So all we do is once a day we go through our heat seeker here, right? And I did this last week, and a good practice for everyone, right? Go through your heat seeker daily and just look for those buy signals, right? Just look for those just once a day, right? Look for the new buy signals that came in for the day, right? And if you do that once a day, you'll never miss a signal, all right? You'll never miss a signal. Just go through and you're looking for new buy signals and find one for the day. Okay. So for me, I need it. I need the notifications because I'm constantly watching all the markets, right? And I need to see the rotations, right? Whether it's futures, whether it's forex, all right, whether it's forex. I think who has it? I think one of our traders use it on Trade Warrior. But yeah. All right. Good question though. Good question. Yeah. If you really want that feature, like let's say let's say you guys are using it, you really want that feature, yeah, you just have to get a different email server. All right. And certainly you can make it happen. But I would say later down the road. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions for me? Okay. I want to take a look at, I want to go through, give you guys some opportunities here. And we've got some time. All right. Okay, so technology. Let's take a look at technology. Okay, so write this down. All right, we're going to look at, this was a great day. Markets looking good, right? Equities are looking good. So we're going to look at some opportunities for technology. These are all our technology, right? Stocks that came in today. And what we're looking for are buy signals, right? We're looking for buy signals that came in today. We're on good markdown phases, right? Good markdown phase with a buy signal today. If they've moved up, it's too late. All right, so nothing in stock boss. Let's see Bullmaster. So technology, we're looking for a buy signal today. And this is what you guys have to do once a day. And the market is running like this is what you have to do. You want that buy signal to come in for the day. Hold on. Okay. These stocks are moving, guys. Look at this. They're really moving. As long as the indexes hold, the stocks will move. The indexes doesn't have to make crazy highs for these stocks to move. As long as they're holding, stocks will move. All right, so no buy signals for the day. Yeah, I knew something was wrong. Hold on. All right, let's run this again. All right. That came in 2 days ago. You guys, Solomon, this is yours here, Riot. All right, Riot is still holding.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Keep an eye on this one here, guys. The buy signal did not come in today, but it is right near that buy signal. All right, that's $1.12. Right, nice markdown phase. You don't get any consolidation until about $4 or $5. Okay, and it's at $1.12. That's a really good one here. All right, that's a really good one there, and that's technology there. That's another good one here. All right, the buy signal didn't come in today, but TSP, nice markdown phase, 240, right, 240, and it's holding right here. The donor, this is where you would put, all right, this is where you would put your stop loss. So here is the buy signal, came in right here, right on this candle. That's a nice big green candle too. All right, and then your stop loss would be right here. So that's where we want to enter, right? So really good protection. We would enter here. So we would enter right here. And that's a good one here, guys, right? It's holding right here, all right? And then your stop, right? So buy on a break of resistance, sell on a break of support. Here is your support right here, all right? Support right here, all right? So you could put your stop loss below here, right? Somewhere below here. Give it a little room, right? Give it a little room. You know, if you want to go a little lower, you can do that, all right? So if you would buy here, right? If it breaks support, you would get out here. All right. So you want that support, that stop loss, you want it to be tight, right? You want it between support, resistance, and support. That's it here. Right? That's it. Right? Let it run. Don't worry about putting a trailing stop, okay, as it goes higher. All right. If it buys here, you get in here, it pulls back, keeps going, right? Just let it run. All right. Just let it run. Give it room. Right. If you put a stop loss anywhere in the markup phase, you might get stopped out. Okay. So, but this is your protection, right? Put it here, and we you know, you want to put it here because sellers, right? If it breaks support, there's a good chance that sellers could really come back in, okay, like they did over here. All right, so don't just randomly put in, right, like right here. Here is a good example here. So don't randomly put in your stop loss, okay, because we will get stopped out. So here is a good example here. All right. So here was the buy signal that came in right here. Buy signal came in here. Buyers came in, green candles. All right. Right. On this candle right here, broke support right here, broke support. Red candles, sellers came in. Here was our sell signal to get out. Okay, so we took this loss right here. This is a loss that we can take. All right, we'll take this loss here every single day. Right, every single day we'll take this loss here. It's a controlled loss. All right, so we bought here, failed. We can't control what price does. We have to get out here on that break of support. So if you were going to put a stop loss, you would put it right below here. All right, right where the same area where the system would get us out. And those of you who trade, especially like Dean, right, with US 30 and Solomon with US 30, you guys can do that with US 30 because it moves really, really fast, right? You guys can put a stop loss, but just make sure you put it, if you're going long, put it below that support area. Find that support, and this, you guys have the system. It's going to help you. And then you could put a stop loss below that support. All right, especially if you're going to leave it open overnight. That makes sense?
Yeah. Thanks, David.
Yeah. Wow. So put it in the same area where the system would get us out. All right. And the reverse is true if you go short, right? So if you go short, put it right above that resistance line, just in case, right? Especially for the US 30. So it's not that we don't like using stop losses, right? We just don't, right? We need to put it in the right place. All right, in the right area. Same thing here, Sedona. So if you look here and everyone else, if we look here, so just like, right, this trade failed, sellers came in. Look at this. If we didn't get out here on that break of support right here, right, taking that small loss, look what could happen, right? The same thing can happen here. There's no guarantee that this trade and the market will hold and this trade will move higher, right? Even Dean's trade, even Stella's trade, those trades can certainly come down, right? Even your Riot trade, Solomon, that can change. All right, so here's our buy signal here, and here is support right here. This is our protection. So if it breaks that support line, guess what? We'll get a sell signal to get down here, because guess what? That $2.40 stock, it could go to 50 cents, 25 cents. Okay, but that's our protection. That's a small loss. All right, and I know we don't want to take losses. 932 was the buy, the sell was about 875, right? But much better than all the way down here. All right, so take that small loss. So just make sure. And another thing too, guys, find the ones when you guys go through this. And Stella, you remember we went over this last year, right? Where we want to look for support and resistance that are very narrow, right? Right. So we have tighter stops. And let's go through this, and then we'll be done. We'll be done. So a good practice is, as you guys are going through, opportunities to buy, look for those stocks that have tight consolidation, a tight range, because that will minimize your losses. All right. So if you look here, here is the buy signal. Here is the buy signal here. All right. On a break of resistance, here is your support here. Look how wide that is. That's a wide support and resistance. Wide, very wide. Now they can get wider than that. All right. Look at this one here. Buy. Look at this one. All right, so the resistance is right here, and guess where's your support? Your support, that's a horrible support. That's a V-shaped support, but let's see if we can figure it out. Okay, support would come in about right here. That's a wide area here, right? That's going to increase because you have to put your stop loss of the system. You wait for the system to give you a red candle. All right. It's going to be below this area here. That's a wide area compared to this. These are little things you guys can do, right, to reduce compared to this one here. Look at this one here. Oh, let's see here. Let's find a tighter one here. All right. Compared to this right here, look at this one here. All right. Here is your resistance right here. All right. And then your support would come in right about here, much tighter. All right. So when you guys go through, these, just look for the one, just take a little bit more time. And like here, this one here, perfect here. Look at this. Very nice. Look at this. Perfect. So now you know your downside, you're protecting your downside risk, right? So here is resistance there, perfect buy signal, nice markdown phase, and then here is support right here. We don't count this. This is not support. Here is support. Here is support right here. And look at this. Look how narrow. You guys see that? You guys see how narrow that is there? All right. So if it goes against you, this is the most you will lose right here. Here's your buy signal here. Here it is right here, right? Hits that support, gonna get you out of the trade. You take a small loss. Compared to if your resistance was up here, your buy here, support is down here. All right, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind as you guys go through this. All right. Any questions for me? Any questions on this? Any questions?
All good, Dave.
What's that?
All good.
All good. All good.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Work on this. So as you guys go through, this will help too. This will help. This right here, this little practice, and we went through this the last year. We went through this. You remember, Stella? Do you remember we going through that? Let's see here. Yeah, we went through this. So practice this as you go through, as you guys go through looking for opportunity. Do it. You can do it with 4X too. It's perhaps with 4X, it's more volatile, right? You won't get a lot of this tight consolidation, but you know, from time to time you will. But this is your protection right here between here and here. That's your protection. Okay.
Yeah, I remember we did it. It was very, very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Last year. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember we spent some time on that last year. Yeah. The last nice run we had in equities. Mm-hmm. All right. So just a reminder to do that. All right, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. For what are we doing tomorrow? Trading in the zone. So mindset, trend following, and trading systems. Keep an eye on also 4X. 4X is moving, guys. 4X is moving. Is anyone in the dollar pairs? Anyone in the dollar pairs? Anyone in the dollar pairs? Solomon, are you still in the pound dollar?
Yes, sir.
You are? Okay, let's
Yes,
take
sir.
a quick look. All right. Pound dollar short. Oh, there. Look at that. Good job. All red candles, nothing to do. Look at that. All right.
Yes,
Good
sir.
job. You know, you've got some support. Look at this. You've got some support here. And it's creating some look at this. You see this? Got some support here, consolidation, and guess what? It's doing the same thing here. All right. But just hold on to it. If you get a white candle, all right, you get a white candle, I would say just go ahead and take profits, okay?
Okay, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you very much.
you get a white candle. We don't want any white candles. So it's this consolidation right here. All right. So, but good job being patient with it. Right. Good job holding it. Here is this consolidation right here. Right. You have the same thing happening right here. All right. Here is where, right, we don't count that. So what could happen is, just like buyers came in here, buyers could come back in here. All right. And move it up again. Good support down here. Good resistance right here. All right. That's your box. All right. So buyers are watching this, and they can come in at any time and push that price higher, right? And if you wait for a sell signal and a green candle, that could come in. You can get a white candle like here, white candle push up like this. All right, green candle, and they move fast. And all of a sudden, what's a great trade now, right? So we want to get out somewhere in this area in here. Okay, so watch it closely. All right, watch it closely. If you want to time it, because you've gotten a lot of the trade already. All right. But that doesn't mean it can't make another leg down. All right. What you can do, when it's consolidating like this, is you can do this. And I promise we'll be done with this. What you can do is bring in a smaller time frame. All right. Only when it's doing this, when the prices stop, you're getting consolidation, it's building support. Then, because we don't want to give back a lot of profits, right? We don't want to give those profits back. All right. So what you can do, when you see that it's consolidating like this, it's an area. This is a lot of support right here. A lot of support right here, even right here. Okay. So what you can do, don't do it every time, only when price is stopped. You can look at a smaller time frame. So you can look at a 60-minute time frame like here. Okay. And if you notice, Solomon, here, that short trade on the 60-minute is done. You see that?
Yeah, white candle and green candle.
And green candles are coming in. Okay. So that's not good, because this 60-minute time frame will turn into your 240. All right. So that sell short signal, has closed. Green candles are coming in. All right. So I would say, if I would say, just take profits, right? Take the profits. The system, the way you guys look at, we send out the trade on Peter, right? His gold trade, even Bill's trade, his great trade he did, doubled he doubled his account, right? In that trade, you notice he didn't wait for the system, right? After you guys, the system is used as a guide, and it's a really good, it's like your coach, right? That's always there with you guys, right? It's a good way to keep you guys trading the right way, trading safely. Okay. After a while, after you guys get good, right? Just like what Stella did with that Exxon trade. After a while, yes, we're supposed to get in that markdown phase. Okay, we're supposed to get it in that markdown phase, but there's some things we can do, right, as we get savvy. All right. And one thing that we can do is that we don't have to totally wait. All right, totally wait for that, because we'll give up. But when you knew, you want to follow that process, it's just like anything else, right? Follow that process. And then after a while, there's some tips and tricks. There's some tricks that you can do, right, to kind of minimize your losses, maximize those profit potentials. And this is one of them. This is one of them. Okay. Now, what could happen is sellers could come back in. You could watch this, Solomon. If you see where if you see buyers are really coming in here, just go ahead and close the trade. If you see where sellers are coming, red candles are coming here, even on the 60-minute, and all you're doing is you're just timing, right? You're getting more visibility, right? You're zooming in on that price. You're zooming in on that price. You can watch it, right? So let's say overnight you get red candles to come in. You don't do anything, right? You don't do anything. What you can do also is go to your long here. Go to your long. All right. So you see what I'm doing here, Solomon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so you can go to your long, all right, GBP USD, GBP USD, GBP USD. All right, you go to your long here, and then you can wait. You can put a 60-minute. That's a 240. Put in a 60-minute here, and look here. You got a buy signal on the 60-minute. Right.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
see that?
Yes, sir.
Right. So you have an exit to close the short, right, on the short system on the 60-minute, and then on the long system, you've got a buy to go long. All right. That means buyers are coming in. Anything can happen, right? And anything can happen, right? Sellers could come back in, but this is an indication here that buyers are coming in. On this time frame, all right? And it's gone down quite a bit. Let's see how far it's gone down. Let's see how far it's gone down. So on the 240, let's see how many pips. Let's see here. That's about 180, 200 pips. That's a lot of pips. Right? That's a lot of pips. Okay. So I would just watch it. Don't do anything yet. Just watch it. Watch what it does on the 60-minute. See, hopefully you can get some sellers. Hopefully what you want right here, right? You want some red candles to come in, right? Red candles to come in, come back down, retest. All right. So pay close attention to it. That makes sense?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. David. Thanks for the treat.
You're welcome. These little tips to kind of protect your profits, right? Protect your profits. Yeah. Right. Make more money. Make more money. All right, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. Take care. Great class. See you guys tomorrow. Take care.
Thanks, David. Good night, everyone.
Bye, Mr. David.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.